Have you been wondering how to break free from the affair once and for all? Now's the time to take back your life, your emotions, find happiness, joy, and fulfillment with your marriage. HealingBrokenTrust.com is the place where you can find resources to take the healing journey to the next level. You'll find incredible resources for every stage of your affair recovery journey. Connect with our team of qualified affair recovery therapists who stay current with the ever-growing, ever-changing affair recovery research that's available to help you heal wherever you are in the process. Take our home study course focused on helping you communicate and express yourself in a way that gets you what you want. You can also book an incredible one-on-one intensive retreat where instead of dragging out the pain over months or years, you can condense the time it takes to heal in just a matter of days using scientifically proven methods that work to help couples lower their guard, let go of the fear, melt the anger, and experience each other at a deep emotional level you may have never experienced before. So what are you waiting for? Go to HealingBrokenTrust.com. Hello and welcome to Healing Broken Trust Podcast. I'm Morgan Robinson.
And I am Brad Robinson.
And today we're talking about the secret missing link in your affair recovery process. When you're stuck in the process of healing in counseling or together, this little secret will help you kind of get over the edge. Right, Brad? You want to tell them about that?
Yeah, this little secret is honestly a really profound concept. And without it, couples get stuck in the healing journey. They backslide in the healing journey. They don't even get to first base in the healing journey. And so it's a simple concept, but you have to execute it for it to really benefit you. And what the concept is basically when the one who had the affair or the one who is the withdrawer begins to pursue the pursuer, the one who was betrayed, you actually help make them feel safe and you take their insecurities away. And so when you become a pursuer yourself, in the sense of being engaged, in the sense of being kind and not getting angry and upset, in the sense of, showing them that you're still in love with them, showing that you like the one that you hurt, showing them that you still want a relationship with them. Because in the mind of the one who got injured, they're thinking like, am I just sloppy seconds? Are you here just because we have this history, because we got these bank accounts, because we have a family? Are you here because you're too old to leave me? Or, you're too insecure to leave me? They think, they don't realize just how much you care for them, because this event basically kind of told them that they're replaceable or that you might be wanting to replace them. So they really have this massive wound that they are replaceable. And so part of the healing journey, we've talked about honesty, we've talked about negative cycles, but Morgan, this is really a big part of completing that. You have to go through those other steps that we've outlined. The negative cycles, bonding events are necessary. They're crucial. EMDR is a great help, but you have to show the one that you betrayed that you are into them, that you want them, that you desire them. And often when they're the angriest, when they are asking you the most questions, or even when they're asking you questions, they really need to know that you love them, that you like them, that you're engaged to them. And so when they don't get that sense from you is when they go into this negative feedback loop and things get escalated and they start asking the questions and they get stuck on the details because they're wanting to know, is my heart safe with you? Can I get my needs met with you? Is my future going to be okay with you? And so if you want to have that stop, you've got to, and that might be a crude way to say it, but if you want to really help them work through that, you've got to pursue them. You've got to pursue them to take their insecurities away from them. And so that's, this is probably one of the most profound concepts I think everything we talk about obviously is important, but This is also a very important concept. And Morgan, what do you think?
And I think it's important to kind of contrast that with what is normal for them. Typically, they want to withdraw, they want to shut down. I mean, because it's so easy to do that. I mean, that's what number one, what's natural for you, and number two, when they're kind of going into the escalation spiral or they're getting upset. I mean, naturally, that's what you would want to do, and naturally, they would want to escalate. But remember, that's your negative cycle. That's the thing that you've been stuck in, and the way to get out of that is for you to realize that's what you're doing, and then do the opposite of what you would normally do. Step into, embrace that pursuit with them, engage with them in a loving, kind way. Maybe it's a hug, maybe it's a touch on the hand, maybe it's verbalizing that you're there for them, and you're going to answer their questions, and you're going to do your very best to do that because you care about them, you love them. And I think the important piece in that sentence is the because I care for you, because I love you, because I want you, because you're not sloppy seconds. Use their words and say, no, because I love you, I don't want you to feel like you're sloppy seconds. And the more you can verbalize that, the more you can show that physically, the easier it will be for them to break out of the shame spiral, break out of the escalation spiral, and you'll de-escalate that and break out of that negative cycle. And I think you'll get what you ultimately want.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Morgan. This step of the withdrawer becoming a pursuer, engaged and, really pursuing the one they hurt and showing them that they love them. And, and I'm not talking about being a doormat, but that I'm not we've addressed that before, but I'm talking about like really going out of your way to show them that you want to connect to them, and not just using words, but the actions have to follow, because words will get you so far, but the actions are necessary. But Morgan, this step is so vital that we're talking about right now. Mm-hmm. Don't mistake just the brevity that we're discussing this for it not being important. There's not a lot that you need to say to communicate this, but this is as important, to use a different analogy, like when you invest in the stock market, you want to buy stocks low and you want to sell high. That's like a fundamental thing in investing, in anything that you're investing in. This is just as fundamental to the affair recovery process as buying low and selling high to stock investing or any other investments. And so this is, even though we're not spending a lot of time talking about this, because I think it's kind of self-explanatory, you hear this once, but you really need to let this sink in and meditate on this and think about this, because it is the difference. This is the couples who get this are the ones who are working through their issues much quicker. The ones who don't get this and who get stuck on this, it's a lot harder process when it doesn't need to be. I've had some of my favorite clients struggle with this, and great people, fantastic individuals, even a fantastic couple, but if this isn't there, if it's a struggle to do this because of just because of who they are, and they've never been able to, it's hard to connect emotionally. It's going to be a challenge, and so it doesn't have to be. So you have to really be intentional, because there's so much upside to having this and doing it and knowing what you're doing. You've got to make it work. And you've got to show them that you love them, that you're in love with them, that you like them, that you want to be with them, that they're not sloppy seconds. And so with that, Morgan, I want to kind of transition to what's coming up for us. And can you tell us about that?
I'd like to say just one last thing about that I think will help trigger thoughts about how to do this, how to actually implement this practically. Ask yourself every day, what can I do today to make them feel loved? What can I say today that will help them know how I feel? And ask yourself that just constantly. Be engaged, be mindful of the things that you can do and you can say to really make them feel cared for today, and go from there. Even if you're not sure what they would want, kind of think about what you would want, and then try to do those things.
Yeah, that can be a starting point. The kicker is words aren't enough. You have to have actions. Words are good, and words are going to be a part of it, but words are just a part of the equation. You have to have the follow through. Before we go, just to remind you, you can call 918-281-6060 if you have questions. Or, of course, you can go to healingbrokentrust.com. Morgan and I really enjoy doing this podcast. We've heard from many of you that just how beneficial it's been. Nothing makes us happier than hearing from you guys about how this has helped you.
Absolutely.
And for us, this is a labor of love. We had created those first episodes as a program that we sold on the internet. Our son was born, and it really changed our values, where we wanted to really give something away to make the world a better place, because that was going to be the world he was going to be growing up in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with our little sales pitch here at the end of this, and we will see you guys next week.
Yep. We love you guys. Have a great week. Hey, one more thing. If you want to break free from the affair once and for all, go to healingbrokentrust.com for personalized help or a self-paced online program. That's healingbrokentrust.com. There, we can provide you with the personalized help you really want. healingbrokentrust.com. We'll talk to you soon.